Hello, everybody. This is Jackie Cox again with ACE Community, so adventure, creativity, and enjoyment. And I'm super excited. I'm here with Lauryl McKnight of Colorfully Confident. We're gonna chat a little bit. I'm going to introduce Lauryl, but certainly we would love to have you hear Lauryl in person tomorrow. Our ACE community meeting is tomorrow, Wednesday, June 3rd. We meet from 4 to 6 p.m. at Bucket List Tavern in Castle Rock. And Lauryl has some great things to share about color and how we present ourselves. And so I'm going to introduce her really quick, and then with Lauryl, we're going to have a really great conversation. So welcome, Lauryl, to start with.
Thanks for having
All
me.
right, so Laurel, she has a rich background in the creative arts. Laurel brings a unique perspective to the world of personal color analysis. As a worship pastor, Laurel fosters an environment of creative expression using music, lyrics, prayer, and meditation. She often incorporates different creative disciplines like dancing, flagging, and painting as part of the worship experience. I love that. It makes it sound so fun. Laurel's artistic eye and passion for helping people shine led her to discover the transformation power of color analysis. She now combines her creative expertise with technical color theory to help clients discover their most flattering personal color palette. And Laurel and I had a fun session. She did a personal color analysis for me, and it was awesome. And I shared with her up front. I tried not to give too much information because she's an expert with what she does. She finds your skin tones, and really what works best with your lights and shadows. And it was really fun. And so I shared with her, if teal goes out of my closet, I will really be so sad. And she not found because it's a great color on me, but she made sure that teal was a part of my palette. And I have this awesome book that she gave me. And guess what? Here's the teal. There it is right there. So I was super excited to be able to, keep the colors that make me happy, but also have some colors that enhance what I already had in my closet. So Laurel, talk to us a little bit about how you got started in this and how you became an expert in color theory as well.
So I was following a gal in Canada on YouTube, and she started talking about capsule wardrobes. But as I get older, I don't want to have a lot of things. I just want to have things that go together that work. I was tired of looking for the right makeup and buying purchases and wasting my money that looked right in the store, got home, and they did not feel right or look right. So she started talking about color analysis, and she had been doing it for 15 years, I think, at that point, and had trained a bunch of people. And so I found somebody here, kind of northern Denver-ish, and I did one in person. And then right after I did that, the gal that I had been following for a couple of years and talking back and forth with decided to offer training in color analysis.
Nice.
And so, yeah, so that's what I decided to do. I decided to jump on that and take her course for the year and study. So I did that. And then I spent about a year just kind of honing that craft with friends, family, anybody who would sit in my chair and just volunteer and send it back to her and kind of get critiques and all of that. So that is how I got into it. I just really wanted to know what to buy, not have to like try 100 things on, get the right makeup colors without uh without just all the annoyances and
Yeah,
people talk about food noise. I think there's also a thing like in our closet there's a lot of
sure.
clothing and makeup noise coming at us that we should buy this and this and this, and it's changing every 5 minutes. And I wanted something that was inspiring. And so that's why I did it. And I loved it so much. I wanted to teach other people about it.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, and you truly have an eye because when I was sitting in Laurel's chair, I was astounded at you were looking at differences. To me, they looked almost identical, but you were seeing differences that were showing up in my shadows and how my cheeks like naturally come out with their the undertone. And I didn't have any makeup on or anything. And she made it so it was you made it so fun and so comfortable that it was like she made it so one of the colors she draped over me, it looked like I had makeup on. Now I'm in full makeup today, but this color I wouldn't need to have full makeup on. And so that's the beautiful thing. It was so fun just to sit there and your professional eye was comparing these colors that to me they looked so similar, but there was differences there. So talk to us about how you work through and find those differences and help your clients kind of, get into that space of feeling more confident as well.
Sure. So what I do is I drape people in, like you were talking about, in different colors. And we first kind of start that process of trying to figure out if you have a cooler or warmer undertone. Once we kind of establish that the warm undertones have a yellow undertone, we'll have a blue base undertone. Once we establish that, then we start deciding which of those home seasons from the 80s, so you have spring and summer, autumn and winter, we figure out what of those are the best. And then you have the subsets of those that blend together now. And so it's expanded from 4 seasons in the 80s to, 10, or some people will say 16, and they're both the same. And so I will get in the chair, we'll start draping you, and then I just start looking over and over. It's kind of a process. As you know, we go back and forth, same color drapes a
Yeah.
lot. I'm looking at shadowing under the chin. I'm looking at the texture in the face, the natural texture we all have, the dark circles or maybe bags under our eyes, smile lines, what if the whites of our eyes do. Our hair is covered up. We are in no makeup, so I'm not looking at the color of your hair at that time. We're also looking for things of like, if you have a lot of clarity, does your skin look very bright and clear? Does it look more muted? So those are all things that as I put these colors on, I'm just looking for those different distinctive features of what makes us look like we've come to life versus what makes us look like we're completely drained.
Yes.
And then, yeah, and then we get that nuance down to as tight as we absolutely can for the best possible colors.
Yes, which I think is so amazing. And so, Laurel, one of the things that has fascinated me about the education that you've even shared briefly with me is we've been told for years that black makes us look flattering. It's a flattering color on most every human on this planet. And you shared, and I thought it was so fascinating that most people cannot pull off a black or a white or whatever, but black specifically. Talk to us about that because that was so amazing to me. We've been lied to for years that black is so
Right.
flattering on us.
Yes, right. The little black dress. Just go with a black dress, or a black suit, especially for men. Black is an incredibly high contrast lack of color, for a better term, right? Black isn't really a color, but
Yes.
it is incredibly stark. Just like white is incredibly stark. Those two are very high contrast. And so people like you or like myself who are
Right.
very much more muted, we don't have super dark hair and very pale skin
Right.
and really dark eyes. Um, that just doesn't work for us. It is so harsh on us. And that once you see it, you start looking at people, and that is a huge myth. I always hurt Lon's feelings because if you're a natural blonde, black is not your color. And and that's a hard pill to swallow. But when you look, and I'm just using blondes for reference, when you look, or even on me, which I'll show tomorrow, um, it is incredibly harsh. And sometimes you look like you're just floating on top of the color, or all you see is the color and you've disappeared into the black. It's so harsh. So you need a very high contrast to pull something like black off. So it is initially disappointing for a lot of people. And I hope that I have given them hope that there is more than just black that they can wear.
Yes, yes. Well, and it was fascinating. Your process is fascinating because like some of these colors I had no idea that I could even consider wearing. And when you put them up on when you put the fabric over me, I thought it's so bizarre because never in my life have I really leaned into this lime green color. And
Sure.
I thought, whoa. And it was so cool because honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this gives us a little permission to go on a shopping spree. Now, I'm not saying Laurel said that to me. I'm saying it to you. Because it was truly fun. So I went to the store right after I got done with Laurel and I took this book with me and it was fascinating because colors that I would never have considered before, I actually did try on a couple things. They didn't fit right. That's a different story, but they did look decent on me as far as like my face and things like that. And so it was just so fascinating. So tell us, Laurel, how do you help people really work through that of, oh, I can't wear yellow, I can't wear lime green, I can't wear this, or I'm so into black, right? We kind of combated the black piece of it, but um,
Sure.
how do you help people through that?
So the way I start with colors that are spread, especially color in general, a lot of people, because they do have decision fatigue, stick to those neutrals, whether they be browns and tans, grays, blacks, taupes, things like that. Um, they're afraid of color in general, right? Because they don't know how to wear it. They feel like they don't know how to wear it. It's too loud. It's too something. But what I tell people is that once you get your palette, there are neutrals in every palette. So
Yes.
hear me on that. But there's also color. And if it's a color that you're like, there's no way. Yellow is one I hear a lot about. Orange is another one. Lime green is another one. What I recommend to people is start small. If that's something that you're just not comfortable with, maybe get women, get your toenails painted, right? Get your toenails painted so that you visually see that color in your line of sight and your eye gets more accustomed to it. Red lipsticks are another one that really are kind of a shocker for people. So I tell people get the right red because you would wear like a tomato red. That would be like your perfect red, right? So an orangey kind of red, not a blue red. But yet, not everybody wants that matte, bold red. But that's just not their personality. But they do want something. So I say just get it and tap it on real lightly so that it has the sheen of that color without going full bore into it. Or get a scarf and tie it to for gentlemen, get a tie or a pocket square and throw it that color that you don't love in there with some of the navies you have or colors you do and throw a little bit of orange in that and
Mm.
just get your eye accustomed to it. And as time progresses, you usually will begin to learn to love those colors because you'll see how good you feel and how good you look
Yeah.
naturally without all the makeup and all the things.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I tell you, there is a huge confidence booster. I mean, even right after you and I worked together, Laurel, I went on a little shopping spree, which was fun. That was fun in itself because shopping is not something I like to do. And so for me, that piece felt fun because I had a focus now and it actually just brought a little bit more intentionality behind it. With the confidence piece, I'm a pretty confident person as it sits. Having said that, I got so many. I was wearing the right color, that deeper teal color, and I got so many compliments instantly on that. And it was like, oh wow, I really like that shirt on you. Oh wow, that color's great on you. It was just fantastic. I mean, we all love to hear a little bit of that,
Sure.
right? And it was just fun to hear. And I texted you, Laurel. I texted Laurel
Yep.
right away and said, I got so many compliments just by wearing a different shade of teal than I had in the past, and it was pretty fascinating. So you talked about the confidence piece of your business. I think that piece of it is so huge.
Yeah. I that is the goal, really. I just want people, I think people hide behind clothes, whatever that looks like, whatever you're wearing, whether we wear, dark clothes or neutral because we're afraid or we don't want to be seen, but we really do want to be seen. We're people that want to be seen and be known, right? And so because of that, I want to give people their best shot at being seen for who they are. And when we're in the right colors, you see you and the color perfectly together and it harmonizes so much. You actually get seen more when you're in the wrong color because then people are like, whoa, and all they're seeing is that bright blue shirt that's way outside the palette for somebody who wears pale colors like me, or that blonde who's beautiful, but they're walking around in that black dress and it's so stark that everything looks harsh. The makeup looks harsh. The hair looks
Yeah,
harsh. Everything looks harsh. And so people are noticing that. That's not what we want to be seen for. So when we can wear the right colors and they harmonize with us, and we're not having to take on makeup or cover a lot of things, we can just go like, I don't have a lot of makeup on right now. I mean, I'm pretty
yeah,
pale at the moment, um, but that's the point for me. I don't wear a lot of makeup by nature.
right.
And so I want people to be seen. And I feel as if this is one of the best ways and the quickest ways to do that in being seen in the right way, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Being seen as confident, being seen as like they're feeling good
sure.
and they're natural and they have this natural tone and flush to their skin that just looks beautiful on them.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, Laurel, so you're still doing the personal color analysis for people as well. But I've also heard you talk about you're getting into some of the corporate type of space and vendor type of space. So talk to us about that a little bit, where your business is really kind of shining right now. Oh, did I lose your volume? What happened?
No, I'm
Oh,
here.
there you go.
Okay, great. Oh, I don't know. All right. I ended up working and meeting a personal style. And so we started working together, and she ended up booking an event back, when was that? February, I guess. I mean, I feel like it was even longer ago, but it wasn't. It's just not sure. And and she needed a second person to do color. And so I said, sure, never done anything like it. It was 5 minutes in a chair, down and dirty, not nothing. I mean, not the proper lighting. We brought lights, but you're in this big room with
Yeah.
glass of windows and stormy weather, and we've done it all. And but man, the people just absolutely loved that experience. Um, and so because of that, I started just talking to people about that and doing like corporate events, corporate conferences, whatever. And I'm getting ready to do one next week, actually, at
Yay.
Gaylord of the Rockies. Yeah. And it's a big draw. So actually, this time I'm not hired by the event. I'm actually hired by a vendor to draw people to their booth. But we did an event back in April, and both of her and I uh, we were working with people in our chairs from 8 a.m. until 2 nonstop,
Oh,
both of us, 5 minutes a person.
wow.
And so I love that people are curious about it. I love that they're interested
Yeah.
in it, both men and women. And it just brought a lot of camaraderie, people standing around trying to guess, and people feeling like, oh my gosh, I see it, especially those that are a little easier in the long run. But so yeah, I'm not moving away from personal color analysis as well. I'm just branching and expanding into doing corporate events as well as an interactive experience for
I
know.
I love that, Laura. I think that that's so amazing. You've been talking to me about some of those, and I'm just so excited for you that this is, I mean, you decided you were doing this full time in what, January or February?
Yes, I resigned from my job at the end of February.
Yeah, February. So you are rocking it. You are not even 4 full months in yet, and you are here just holy buckets, just doing all the things. I'm so proud of you and so excited for
Thanks.
you. So you took a big leap and it's amazing. And I'm so thrilled that you can bring an interactive experience for people at these shows and things like that because again, who doesn't want a little bit more confidence? And even if it's 5 minutes of them, again, that's the lead-in point, right, for you. But
Of
even if
course.
it's 5 minutes, you just changed their whole attitude, probably, even in 5 minutes time. And now they're walking a little taller, their shoulders are a little bit, feeling like they're a little bit more confident and feeling like they are truly in their own skin now. And I love that you're helping people in that way. That's so amazing.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. I look forward to seeing where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, we're going to talk a little bit about your talk coming up for tomorrow. So, her description, your description says, discover how the colors you wear impact first impressions, confidence, and even the way others perceive you, even before you speak. In this interactive presentation, Laura of I got stuck there. Colorfully Confident
Yeah.
will demonstrate live color analysis techniques and reveal how the right colors can make you appear more energized, approachable, polished, and confident. Learn the psychology behind color harmony, common color myths, and simple ways to elevate your wardrobe, branding, and presence through color. That's amazing. So, the interactive part, can you give us a little teaser on that?
Sure, yeah. I'm going to bring some drapes with me, and I'm going to use myself as an example. So I'm going to show up with no makeup on
Okay,
and my hair pulled back. That's just for the sake of like nobody else forcing somebody to come without makeup
I
on.
love
If
it.
there's somebody there and they're willing to step up and do it with me, that's great. So I'm going to show the difference to people as best I can in that room of proper colors versus not proper colors, warms versus cools, jewelry tone silvers versus golds, and what they do to the skin. And I'm going to attempt to point that out while I'm doing that as we do some of those myth busters like the black. I have a few others that probably circulate around the internet and that we'll cover as well.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm gonna just kind of do a live draping session on myself and then point all the things out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so one of the things that you said, like, I know I joked about going on a little shopping spree, but it was just time for me anyway. So honestly,
Yeah.
that timing was beautiful. But you've also shared with me that you don't have to switch out your whole wardrobe. In fact, you're not trying to encourage that. But even adding, so even if someone is wearing black, accessorizing with a scarf or something like that, where the color is closest to their face, can actually still help them feel like they're connected to the colors that help them shine, but then also, they're not switching out their entire wardrobe immediately.
Yes, we do. I never want people to feel like they have to chuck everything. And black is a standard color for people. I say wear it on the bottom if it's not, but even if you have like a black blazer, you're right. Get a shirt that's in your palette. Or if you have a black top, but it has a lot of gold in it and you wear gold, then wear gold jewelry. Wear the right color makeup, wear the right color jewelry. Try to keep those things on top. But yes, don't throw out your entire wardrobe. I
Yes,
mean,
no,
slowly you will. And I just know that from experience of talking to past clients, they realize that as time progresses, because they can see it, they put it on and they're like, oh no, can't wear it anymore. But it takes time. It takes
yes,
time, and they just slowly go and gravitate towards the colors that are in their palette a lot
yes.
more.
Yes, I did that to a certain degree. I mean, I got a few tops and stuff, and it was just fun. But again, for me, it was timing, right? I was kind of
Right.
looking to update my wardrobe just a little bit anyway. So,
Mm-hmm.
they make great charities and shelters and things like that you can donate to. So, always be on the lookout for that too. But so, Laurel, this has been amazing. Excited to hear you talk for tomorrow. Again, we are meeting at Bucket List Tavern 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow, June 3rd. And Laurel will be our key speaker for the day. So definitely come and check us out. You can register for free on our website, ace-community.com. So ace-community.com. I will also post that in the once I get this up or uploaded. Laurel, what's the best way they can contact you though, and how to, either do a personal analysis or get in touch with you that way? Oh, I don't know
So
what's going on with the volume. There's a little bit of a lag. So
okay.
try it
No,
again.
that's okay. So you can email me at info@colorfullyconfident.com, or you can check out my website. Same name.
Same name, colorfullyconfident.com. So, and Laurel, your website is beautiful. Did Spencer
Thank
have
you.
something or Sterling have something to do with that?
Sterling?
Yeah, yeah.
He did. He did. My husband does not make websites. We have a website development company that is true.
Got it.
My husband is focused on management and sales, but we do have beautiful designers. And yes,
Yeah,
so they did do it, and it is gorgeous.
yes. And I know his name is Sterling. I apologize on the
No,
message.
that's okay.
So Laurel, this has been amazing. We're excited to see you tomorrow and hear you speak and share the interactive experience. So everybody else, just come and check us out, acecommunity.com or ace-community.com, and we'd love to see you there. So Laurel, thank you so much for your time and energy. And thank you for taking the time to, make me feel more confident in the colors I wear too.
Absolutely, absolutely. My pleasure.
Thanks, Laurel. Have a great day,
Sure.
everybody.
Bye.